I want to share my enthusiasm for rocks, which I didn't realize until yesterday. I didn't just start to have it yesterday, but I realized how much I appreciate the rocks. Because I'm someone that I have said before, when I look at things, I don't look at them, I think they're objects. I think they're all alive. Like, not alive, but I feel like I can talk to them or something like that. For example, I have this fan over here. I talk to it not so often. But when I see something really interesting on the internet, I'll turn to my fan and I go, "Did you see that?" And I feel the rocks. I can feel like I love them so much because they are so humble, right? They're so quiet, they're so humble, they're all so humble. They give me this feeling that they're so humble. They just sit there and you can really talk to them. There's a big rock outside, downstairs. I would sit on it. It's huge. And I don't know, I think it's just, I feel like I can talk to them. They're really quiet and they're really humble. They're really, I don't know, they're just really friendly. I love that. Yesterday I happened to run into this video of people looking for thunder eggs, which was just so, the name was extremely intriguing. I couldn't help but clicking into the video to see what exactly thunder eggs. I was thinking about like striking stuff and turn them into thunder eggs or what? Because I played a video game in which there was this kind of a thunder egg born in thunders, but it was not. It was like formed from lava. I don't know why they're called thunder eggs. It's more because when you cut them open, you'll be able to see extraordinarily unique. Each of them are unique. You cut them open, you see different scenes, and some of them have this scene that looks like a thunder, like a lightning. It's still not thunder, just lightning, right? It's not thunder. I don't know where the name came from. I should Google a little. I got extremely intrigued. Like, I look at the stones. I mean, I'm so in love with things from nature and stones, and they're so intriguing. And I don't want to have them at all. Like, I do not want to own any of those. Just looking at them, because I'm a person that's not. I don't like to possess a lot of things. It feels clunky where you live. I already have lots of stuff piled up on my table. I definitely do not want to have those thunder stuff. If I could just go and visit them, like in a museum, that would be great. Just go and watch them. Look at the rocks, you know. When I see a rock outside, I just pick it up and I look at it and I put it down. I'm so big of a fan of rocks. Maybe because where I live, there are not many rocks laying around because it's some neighborhood, right? There are no rocks here. Just occasionally, I'll still see rocks. I just wonder where they come from because there's just lawns here. Where did the rocks come from? That's just so weird. Especially this place is completely artificial, man-made. Where did the rocks come from? Like, they do not blend into the scenery. Where do they come from? I know the big rocks were put there intentionally to decorate the place, but the small ones that you can kick around, where did they come from? That's just such a mystery. One thing I find most interesting is when you play video games, like the material collecting games, the rocks are everywhere. They're the most common material, the cheapest you can find anywhere. You walk around, you see a rock, you pick it up. And I find that super interesting because that seems to be just the case in real life. I mean, of course. But the thing is, where I live, there's not supposed to be any rocks. But I still find them. Like, I don't need to look for them. I just walk around And then I just see rocks, right? Especially on this lawn downstairs. There's not supposed to be any rocks, only just supposed to be trees. Where did the rocks come from? I don't know, but I see them. I just feel whichever rock you look at them, they're just so humble. I love that energy. I want to hug them. And then I feel like they're just so chill and they're so welcoming. They don't care. They don't mind anything. You just want to hug them. I talk to my things, like when I look for my things, for example. If I need my scissors, I can't find them. I'll start yeah. Where are you? Every time I need you, I have to find you. Can you stop doing this, please? Why are you doing this to me every time? I think we should talk to things, and it's just I don't. You don't feel alone, and it's not true that you're ever alone. Yeah, at least the things are what we can see. They're invisible things. You talk to them as well. Otherwise, you're a complete maniac, ever believing that you're completely alone. That is just so insane. Look how much that drives you insane. If you want to say, determine which of us is the one that's insane, just think about when you think you can actually be completely alone, lonely, and does that drive you insane or not? Or does me, like I think I'm not alone. Well, actually, I do feel alone, I feel alone. But I think I feel better than someone that's a complete materialist. That is dead serious. I think they suffer so much. They can't suffer more from such a worldview. There's not more of a worldview that is more maniac than materialism. Just see which one drives you crazy. I love rocks and I want to just see them around, I don't want to bring them home and let them sit. I want to look at them where they belong, maybe in a museum or, I think it's a very recent passion after I got into spirituality. Because I remember I went to this museum before. I didn't feel as intrigued as I feel now. Maybe I didn't realize that I was intrigued. There were so many rocks and oh my god, I remember they were really beautiful. I was intrigued, but I guess I just didn't realize how much enthusiasm I actually had for them. They were so beautiful. Beautiful as hell. Beautiful. And even the rocks laying outside, randomly, they are really cool too. You look at them, you pick them up, they're all different. Each of them are different. There's so many different types of rocks. You pick two up, they're all different. And they're just so humble. You can do whatever you want with them. They don't mind. You don't know what it's like to be a rock. Rock, they're not just things. They come from the earth. I mean, all things come from the earth, but they literally are directly formed within the earth. They come from the earth itself. That's like so amazing. And it takes so long to form a rock. Just think about that. They have such an intimate connection with the earth. I mean, they are mostly, all of them, older than you. Especially the crystals. I think they're just so amazing. I can't believe that they're so old and there's so many of them, like the crystals. You could buy them anywhere. They're so cheap as well. But it takes them so long to form. How could there be so many of them? That's just amazing, isn't it? I love them crystals. I have a few on my bed. I love not because I am spiritual, but because they look really, really nice and they feel really, really nice. I don't like them because they have spiritual powers or what. I mean, I think they do, even though I've never felt it. I haven't felt anything wearing them, or I've stopped wearing them because I don't feel anything. But yeah, I know that they do have like their powers, but above all, they're just magnificent beings. Look at them. They come from deep in the earth, and they come in abundance. There's so many of them. I can't believe they're so pretty, they're so precious, and they're so affordable. You can buy them so easily. I can't believe that. Oh my God. And I like to see them in their original, natural form, like not polished, made into things. I mean, I would like that as well. But, I like to see them as rocks. Like what I have, they look just like rocks, but they are so magnificent. They are pink. I can't believe that. Purple, white. How can they be? The rocks. Oh my God, you can't even begin to imagine it. They're pink, and it is all purely natural. I can't believe it. Can you believe it? It's crystal as well. It's beautiful. How could it be? It takes my breath away just thinking about it. I can't think about it at all. The beautiful things of nature, I can't think about them because it just kills me. How could it be? Oh, God. Things in nature, very, very nice. Very, very nice. Nature, every inch of it is a complete miracle. Oh, I can't think about that. I can't. No matter how small a creature is, it's wonderful. Like the spiders, they are so small. They oh my God. It's just crazy. Just crazy. Again, I don't want to think about it. Please don't think about it. Even just look at your body. I can't begin to fathom how I have a body that I can control. What does it even mean? What the hell is that? What does it mean? Oh my God. Magnificent. Beautiful. Unbelievable. And I don't understand, as spiritual beings, how do we come to such a point that we have lived by materialism for so long? Most of all of us, not all of us, most of us. How could it even stand for so long? It's so far from truth. But how could we have worshipped it as truth for this long? How is that possible? I don't understand. And I can't think about it. I can't begin to understand that. Why? Help me, universe. How can we have lived by materialism so deeply for so long? How? Why? I don't know. Well, because materialism is the easiest conclusion you can make, because If you live by the things you can perceive with your five senses, of course what you come up with is materialism. If you just see, look, listen, purely just using your body, of course you cannot come up with anything other than materialism. Of course, that's just the most apparent truth, quote unquote, apparent truth, which is not truth, of course, because what truth is, it happens to be what you can't see, perceive with your five senses. Yeah, just surface level things we live by. Yeah, materialism, money, sex, death, the things we believe in. They drive us crazy, all of them. We don't realize that until they drive us crazy for once. And then we realize, why don't we go deeper, like, naturally? Why do we just fall for the superficial by default? Why doesn't each of us look at what we believe in and literally feel it's just not true? How could we just how could I buy into how could I? Oh yeah, I should ask myself that question. I don't think I have ever been I have been a materialist, like looking at everything as they are in their things, and I still believe in science, but I almost like was worshipping science in a way. I didn't want to listen to anything other than what's proven scientifically. Otherwise, I wouldn't believe it's true. Like astrology, I just despised it. It wasn't true because there's no scientific evidence. But what did I know? I didn't even investigate. I just thought, because it didn't sound like something scientific, and I just Googled it if it's scientifically true. And I didn't even read a science paper about it. It was just in a little random article that says, no, there's no scientific proof for astrology, blah, blah. I just turned it down like that. Why? Like, maybe because I never thought about the thing. I mean, I've always been philosophical, but I never really thought, about. I just took everything that was taught to me by default, right? Never thought about things that way, in that direction. I never thought about God. I just knew the religions were all not true. That's what I knew for sure. I still know it. And maybe because materialism is not really a belief like religions. It's not like an active belief. It's more like you just take things for granted. So you don't really think about it, right? You just, you get taught about science. They don't like preach. They don't need to preach. They don't preach materialism. But, religions, they need to be preached. So the preaching kind of also gives you this chance to think about it. But materialism is just something you take for granted. Like what you see, they're objects, they're inanimate, they're dead. That's what you see. And you don't think about it, you just take it for granted. Vision, like your five senses, you take them for granted. That's it. What materialism is. It's just you take for granted. Maybe if I ever really thought about it, which I never did, I think. I thought, is it really just things? I never would have thought about that. But if I really got to think about it, if anyone really thought about it for real, I think it would be different. It's because we just take them for granted. Because we think about things that matter more. Like I would think about deeper questions than just wondering about objects or what the world is made of. I would think about more abstract questions, like the meaning and what's the most important thing and blah blah blah, these things, they don't come head on with materialism, so I never got to look into materialism as our foundation, fundamental philosophy in schools, in prevailing the world today. Because people don't come head on with it. Yeah, I think that's the reason. It's not because we worship it, not at all. It's the opposite. We just live. And yeah, materialism, we don't think about it, we don't think about it. We never come head on with it. Not like with the religion. That's why it gets to be prevailing, because it's just quietly creeping in the background. And we can allow that. It's not what we actively participate in. Yeah, now that makes a lot more sense. Now, I thought it sort of answered my question. We just live. And you can see that this world seems to be, I don't know if that's true in fact, but this world seems to be intentionally trying to make us believe that materialism is real. Because, we cannot perceive things that are really important. They cannot be perceived through the five senses or brain or whatever. Like, it's not like it's a strongly felt level stuff like love. It's not. If you try to look for love in your brain, what you see is just, it's not love anymore. It's not there. You see, the chemicals, and they explain romantic love. It's just romantic love again. It's not love. It's just they can find love like those. I don't know. It's called hormones. The kind of hormones that make you feel feelings of love. But is that it? And they say that is love. I don't know. It just makes me feel very sad. I don't even want to say it. It's not true. We created this world where we can live by the total opposites of truth, like the material things. And I wonder what's the purpose of it, so that we can rediscover what's really important and we enjoy the process, or what? I don't know, I can never answer that question still, I have never been able to answer, why are we here? In the most fundamental way. I can answer it in a more general or less convincing. Not like they might, the ways I can answer them are people that I have, like people that have been able to answer them. They are convincing for many people, but not for me. I need to feel it, not just be convinced logically. That's not how I can. I know what truth is. It's just I have to feel it. And it has to resonate with my heart, or with my being. If it just convinces me logically, it still doesn't feel true. I'm not just my thinking. I am mostly more feeling. It gotta feel true. And I know it is the right way. It is not just the right way. It is the only way to truth. You gotta feel it right. I don't know why we're here. I know for love, but how? How is this for love? I don't know. If you think you have an absolutely convincing answer, I don't know, like, I'm really truthful, faithful when it comes to my feelings. I gotta feel it true. Why are we here? For love? But how? Especially, I should ask, not why we're here, but why am I here? Why am I here? I can't begin to understand it. I feel like I'm someone that would never come here. But here I am. Why would I come here? I should just focus on this rather than we, but why I am here. And I think that should be much easier to answer. Because I know me better. Don't I? Why am I here? Which is I think the most interesting question, right? Because I'm someone that wants to leave here all the time, but I'm here. That's just the most mysterious thing, most intriguing, most curious. It's killing me. I have to know it. Why am I here? For love? Absolutely. But how? How? Oh my god, the typhoon took the cockroach away. It was on my balcony, now it's gone again. Thank you! It was dead there for a week, maybe. And then came the typhoon, maybe yesterday, the day before yesterday. Now it's gone. My balcony cleared. Thank you, nature. Thank you. Universe, I should say. Universe, thank you. Now I answer this question. Why am I here? I should ask me, because I made the conscious choice to come here, obviously. Willingly and probably excitedly. But for what? I can't begin. So far, you ask me, I look at my life. I can't answer it. My life has not been about love. I mean, it is all about love, but I have never had love. I don't know how to answer this question. I guess I just have to live on. Or die now. I would know the answer immediately. If I live on, I would know the answer slowly. But there's nothing urgent that makes me need to die right away. I can live a little and see. I think maybe the answer is just revealing itself really quickly. Because I'm starting to asking this question more and more frequently. I guess it's a sign that the answer is about to be revealed more and more. Closer and closer. You know, when you start to think about a thing more often, it means it's gonna pop up sooner and sooner. Interesting, my life. Interesting. I love it. So, I wish everybody could experience what it's like to have been me. It's magnificent. Oh, it's so good being me. It's so good. I would also love to feel what it's like to be other people. I'm a very curious person. I really am interested person. I wanna know. Like, I'm extremely curious what's like to be a completely different person. What does it feel like? Not that I wouldn't give up being me for anything. Well, I don't know what it's like to be other people. I just know that it's fantastic to be me. That's it. That's what I know. It's absolutely unique as well, I think. Or I'm told. I've been told. Well, it has not always been interesting, obviously. Well, being me has always been a very, 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 very intriguing thing. But, being me in this world, the experiences have not always been positive. Mostly, not mostly, maybe, but quite negative, great depression stuff. But that just comes with being me, right? I love it. I mean, being me, I don't love the depression and everything. I love being me. It's great. And just started to get better and better and better and better. Which happens to be. Oh, I love it. I can't wait to live more. To see what's turning up. I like when new things happen. Especially having lived in a life for 2 years with nothing happening. Now when anything happens changes a little, I get too excited. Anything, even a new weather gets me super excited. Like the typhoon, when they come, I get so excited. Oh God. Something new, different. I love them. I think people love them as well, not just me. Because they're really, really different, right? They're really rare. They happen a couple times a year. Oh. Cockroach is gone. Everything on my balcony gone. Thank you, universe. I feel so intrigued. I feel like things are gonna change. Right, and it's right in front of my eyebrows. They're really close. And I get this deep feeling of excitement. Very deep. It comes slow and it comes in a bunk, in a chunk, slowly and solid. That is a good sign. It's not shallow. It gets me, brings me to tears. Oh my God, I feel it. It feels like a big chunk of metal that is flowing also. That is not liquid, that is solid, but that's also flowing. That's how it feels like. It's flowing. In my torso. Very often I really want to fly, I look at my balcony, I imagine. I jump off and I start to fly. Yesterday I was standing by the sea and I thought, if I could just jump off now and start to fly. What it would be like. I can imagine it, yes. If I really want to do it, I can just have like lucid dreams, And I can have them easily just by telling myself to have them. I kind of am scared of them because it feels kind of scary. Just wake up in a dream, you realize you saw the dream. It starts to get a little scary because you can never get like a 100% lucid. So things are still kind of a little out of control. And you look at those things and they're not real. And it starts to get a little scary. But they're fun. Now I have like some lucid moments or in a dream, Not like lucid enough for me to fully realize it's a dream. Oh, let me tell you about the first lucid dream that I had. It was just absolute crazy. Again, I I don't know how to explain it. I felt like everything was ultra real. I wasn't sure if it was a dream. I look around, everything just felt real. I felt like I'm in the room, even though everything was completely bizarre and not real at all. Things were a little out of. For example, my pillow was on the wall. I didn't notice it. I was in a dream and just looking around. I felt like this is a dream, but I wasn't sure. Wasn't sure. So I walked up to the mirror and everything felt so real again. I said, oh, if it's a dream, let me grow some wings. And then I started to grow those wings. Oh my God. And it really felt like real. I mean, the point is it felt like real life. It felt like real life. I felt like it's real that I was growing wings. That's the difference. It felt real. It felt like real life. Unfortunately, I think it was also intentionally by the universe. I was woken up by a noise outside. I didn't get to try those wings. But the moment, I mean, it was magical. It was magical. I look in the mirror. It felt just like in real life, literally. I look in the mirror and I said, okay, if it's a dream, let me grow some wings. And I started to grow wings. Just imagine right now. You're sitting in front of your mirror right now. Look at yourself in the mirror. And you say, if it's a dream, let me grow some wings. And then you really start to grow wings. That's just how it feels like. That real. It's that real. It feels just like real life. Literal magic. I woke up. I couldn't believe it. But then I had like a second lucid dream not long after that. And I immediately realized it was a lucid dream. It was a dream. So the first thing I did was jumping out of the window. And I didn't fly. Again, you know, when you have those lucid dreams, if you've not trained yourself, you're not 100% lucid all the time. You kind of get lost. You kind of get drowsy in a dream. I didn't fly, because I was just distracted by what I saw outside when I jumped out of my window. I just landed on the floor without flying. I think I had wings. But they were just there for a few seconds before I landed on the ground. And then as soon as I landed on the ground, I noticed the outside and I started walking. And I had this, I just knew if I walked towards that direction, the square, I would walk into my deep subconscious. And it was scary. I didn't want to walk there. It looked like a nightmare there. It looked dark and wild with thorns and just a dark hole there. I knew it was my subconscious. It was interesting. In the dream, I just didn't dare to walk. I walked around. Actually, nothing happened in the dream, so don't expect anything now. Nothing interesting happened. I walked and I thought I wanted to talk to someone because I remembered that it's really important that you get to talk to someone in a lucid dream because they are like different parts of your psyche and you can really have a great personal growth from this kind of clarity that you can get from talking directly with different parts of your psyche in a dream. So I wanted to talk to someone, so I think I walked into this place, this restaurant that was completely red, everything red. But I don't remember talking to people. There were people there, but I don't remember. I think the dream probably ended there. And then I had another dream. Well, I had quite some lucid dreams, in fact. But they have not been super interesting, so... Have I had any interesting dreams? Well, I shared one in a previous video. That was the most interesting dream I've ever had. Not just interesting, but profound. And I have never had something like that ever before. Ever. Not even in real life, let alone in dreams. And Yeah, my dreams are just kind of messy. What did I have today? I always have dreams. Every night. Every time I fall asleep, I have a dream. And what did I have today? Oh, yeah, I remember. Not something worth sharing. Again, it's just something about my subconscious and stuff. And I look forward to what I would dream about tonight, which is far away because I just woke up. And I am such an interesting person. I want to know what it's like to be other people. Definitely. And I definitely want people to experience what's like to be me. Because they will be fascinated. They'll be fascinated. Not in a sensory way. Being me is not about sensing sensory experience. Not at all. You know, I know some people, they just have they're really, I don't want to say lucky, but they really have very strong sensory pleasure. Like when they eat, they feel more. And when they can just be so present, they just are so intense with their sensory experiences. When I listen to music or whatever, when I listen to things, they feel more. That's not me. I am like different. I'm more about my inner world and my profound ways, perception of seeing and just perceiving. I don't want to say thinking, because it's not just thinking. Also feeling and just my, how to say it, my process, my perception of the world, and my processes of making sense, and my curiosity, just profundity, poeticness, and sensitivity, and now I can't put them into words. Why when I started to talk about it, suddenly it doesn't sound interesting anymore. Just shit. Cause I've never met someone like me, so I feel really unique. And of course, I would know immediately if I meet someone like me, cause I just can know it. You know, you would be able to know it, because it's just you vibrate with that, you resonate immediately. I'm not saying like I look at them in the eyes. I mean, I think when I look at them in the eyes, I would be able to feel something maybe. But it's about like having just a simple conversation. Immediately, I would be able to tell what this person is like. Because they would say things that are very unconventional, and I would be able to spot that immediately, even just one sentence. And then we have a conversation, and immediately I would be able to know what is this person is sort of, how much can they relate to me, how much I can relate to them. Not that I can relate to them, but I don't know how to describe it, but like how much I resonate with, not resonate, like, yeah, resonate maybe. How much I feel connected with this person, or how profound they are, how self-reflective they are, how retrospective, is that the right word to use? They are. And I'm an extremely self-conscious and self-aware and self-reflective person, extremely. And I can't take people that are less self-reflective, because they just feel shallow. I can't. It's not even a judgment. I don't like to judge people, but they just feel shallow. I know that some people, by like how they are wired, is they can't be as self-reflective, because especially the sensory people, they're really present. They're grounded in the reality around them. They're not really inside themselves. They can't be very self-reflective, if not intentionally. Like, naturally they're not, and they feel shallow to me. When you talk to them, I can't really have a conversation with them. If a person is self-reflective, it's just, I guess, it's just so appealing. I look at them, I'm drawn. Yeah, I want to talk to you more. I am drawn. You know, I want to talk to them. I don't seem to encounter them often. And even if I encounter them, you know, it's not necessarily like we would resonate, because we might have very different values now, which now has become more important than ever. Well, I guess they have just always been this important. Like the vibe of this person, it absolutely has to match, resonate, not match, but resonate with mine. When I look at them, I feel I'm not lonely, you know what I mean? If if their vibe's totally different, they have core values different, I feel not seen. I feel like we can never see each other. It's just, we're together, but we're not together. Like, you can't see me, and you can't. I feel very, very lonely. So, it's really important that I find people that absolutely resonate with my core. Otherwise, it's just, again, it's shallow. It's not a connection. It would be not profound on a personal level. Maybe profound on an intellectual level or whatever other levels, but not profound on a personal level, like a connection level. Oh my god, it's just so interesting to be me. I love being me. I love it. It's so good. Even though I have never been anybody else, but I know that if I turn into somebody else, I would miss this. I will. Great news is that I would never be someone else. Isn't that great? I'll always be me. In all the lifetimes, I would always be the same, sort of philosophical, kind of very profound, curious, childlike, funny, light, heart-following. I can be in different bodies, be different people in different ages and different aliens and different planets. I'll be me. You look at me, you know this is me. Hey, you look at me in different bodies and different eyes. You'll be able to recognize me. I will be able to recognize me. Oh, absolutely, that's true. I don't have to doubt that, but you, if you know me, you look at me in different eyes, you would recognize me every time. Oh, wow, that's so romantic. It makes me want to cry already. It's just, I want to cry. It sounds like a grand romantic story. In fact, they should make a movie out of this. And have they made movies out of this? How romantic. Especially the moment you look at them in the eyes. It makes me feel like I thought I have no doubt. If I were to meet like my soulmates, I would be able to recognize them. Not like recognize them in a way that's, oh, you are here, by just looking at their eyes. But when I look at them in the eyes, I would be able to feel something strongly. That is not verbalized. It's just a feeling. I look them in the eyes, I can feel it. I can feel like something. I might not be able to recognize exactly clearly what it is, but I would be able to feel something really different that would keep me drawn to them in a way. And I know this happens to people. I've heard of stories, like someone, not necessarily people that, like this person told me that their grandma once walked on a subway and then locked eyes with a stranger. Immediately felt this is someone they've known in a past life, but they've never talked, they've not spoken. It was crowded. I mean, I think they're not supposed to meet in this lifetime, but the moment happened, and then they were sure, like they felt this very deeply, strongly. And I know this happens to people, and I believe that it happens to me as well, even though I've never experienced it, but I know that it happens. It will happen to me, no doubt. If it doesn't happen, I'm really disappointed. If I meet my soulmate and I don't recognize them, like I look at them, I don't feel anything, that'd be just bizarre, That would be really, really, really bizarre. I don't think it's gonna be like that. I think I'll be able to feel something. In fact, I have no doubt. I have not doubt. The eyes. I don't even have to look at them in the eyes. I feel like just look at them from behind. I would be able to feel something. I would feel intrigued. And I would want to look at them in the eyes. If I look at them from behind, that's how I spot them. I would want to walk around and look at them and see what this person is. And I would feel intrigued in a way that I can't fight off. I would just feel like there's nothing more I want to do at the moment other than walk around and look at them in the eyes. You know what I mean? Oh God, that's so romantic. Oh my God. My heart pumps. I want to fly now. Jump off the balcony and start flying. I might sound like an impulsive person, but I'm really cautious, so I won't jump off this. I doubt if I would, even if I'm really drunk. I don't think I would. I don't know. I've never been so drunk that I don't know what I'm doing. The time when I got extremely drunk, I still knew what I was saying, what I was doing. Like, even if I fell asleep and I puked in bed, that was the only time I got that drunk. And I still remember everything I said. Not everything, but I knew what I was saying when I was saying it. I knew, and I remember what I did. I remember what I drank, how much I drank. Everything clearly, crystal clear. Maybe I'm just such a sane person that I can never lose my sanity. I'm such a conscious person that I don't ever lose my clarity. I just also remember the other time I got drunk as well. I couldn't really count. Clearly, I had to count slowly. I was trying to count how many coins I had left, and I was counting it extremely slowly, and I found it really difficult. I still remember it, and I remember it. I didn't forget it. I knew what I was doing. So crystal clear in my mind. Crystal clear always. What else left to say? I kind of want to make this video alone. I didn't expect to. I don't know. I was just talking about rocks, and because I felt really But I don't want to talk anymore. Just let the rest of the minutes run in blank. Because I don't want these videos to get popular, so I want them to be long. So that they don't draw attention easily. They only draw hearts, not attention. Hearts drawn to watch this video. So romantic, what I said. So still, I am just will be romantic, because I am romantic, not just in romance. That's what I mean. I'm a romantic person, like, and it's a very profound thing. It's not just a trait. It's a profound thing. It's not a joke. You know, when people say, I'm a romantic, they're kind of like joking. I'm like, helplessly romantic. I'm helpless romantic. That's not what I mean. I'm really serious. Like, I don't want it to sound like a joke. I'm a romantic. I'm how romantic. That's not what I want to say. I'm like, romantic is like a part of my core. It's like, okay, let me make it clear for you. It's really important because I don't want it to sound like a joke. It's not. It's like poetic. It's like help me, universe. I'm profound and I see the core of things, and I know what's important, the most important things, and I see the core, and that is romantic already. What's romantic? What is romance? You just see the core of things. You see the most important things. It's not just, you've been romantic buying roses for me. Oh, how romantic, chocolate, blah, blah, blah. That's not romantic. That's bullshit. That is not romantic. What is it? It's the most shallow part of being romantic. It's like the most surface level of being romantic. It's like kind of wanted to... Yeah, that's just the most surface level part of being romantic, you know. And yeah, I like to give gifts and receive gifts, but not a big rose person, especially because it's such a conventional thing, and I hate conventional things, you know what I mean? Even though if it's like Valentine's Day, I would still want to give gifts, and if it's birthday, I would still celebrate. And I love holidays. They are conventional, but they are holidays. But things like anniversary and stuff like that, I hate that. This stuff is so cringy, and they're just, I don't like it. It's just, I don't like that. Like, ooh, it's just so, it's so not my thing. Marriage and rings, oh my god, dreadful. Totally the opposite. It's like there are things of a different dimension. I don't live there. I live in another dimension. I don't resonate with any of those things, actually. And romantic is like, it's just like what I told you. Nothing more. It's just being really unconventional is romantic. Being I don't know, I'm failing it. Being, oh, my leg, needles in my leg. Ugh. Being, I don't think anyone's more romantic than me. Like, connected with your, that's not true, right? That's not true. I want to say it connected with your heart, but it's not, and that alone is not romantic, is it? someone can be connected with their heart, and I think I'm romantic, like, what is it? Playful, extremely playful, and profoundly playful, not just pranking, but my nature, not just, sometimes I get playful and I make crack jokes. That's not, like, in fact, I don't crack jokes a lot. Well, I do, but not like those people I've met. They have to tell jokes all the fucking time, and I didn't like it because I find most of them not funny, and I had a fake laugh. It was so tiring, and I'm a very authentic person. I hate fake things. I don't like those cracking jokes all the time, like watching a comedian show. Like, I get funny in a way that is not, that's kind of my way, you know, not cracking jokes. I had to fake those laughs because I didn't want to be mean. Because they expected me to laugh, right? If I don't laugh, they would feel bad. And it was so extremely tiring to be with someone that just had to crack jokes all the time. Especially, you know, English is not my native language, and I find many jokes I don't understand them because I don't understand the language. So, you know. But, like, I don't know, I think childlike is the key part of being romantic. Or maybe not. I don't know. Actually, I don't know anything. I never thought about it. What is the core of this thing? Why am I so romantic? Maybe because I'm really spontaneous, sentimental, which is a positive word in my dictionary. Melancholic, you know, I want to jump off the cliff, the balcony. Yeah, I think that's a very romantic thing. That makes me sound very fragile, like you can lose me at any time, but no, you won't. You won't. Ever. I would never do it, because I am very reliable. As well, I am independent. I won't do such a thing because I know it would break hearts if it would. Right now, it probably wouldn't. But maybe soon in my life, my death would break hearts. And I won't ever let that happen because I am romantic. I don't like to break hearts. I don't want to keep saying it. I'm not romantic. Romantic makes it. It's not getting to the point. My point is, I try to make you understand what it is like to be. Like, how is a serious thing like romantic? How is it such a thing? That's such a important thing. I'm not getting the point. I'm not getting the thing. I myself I'm not getting it. Like, not getting like how to tell you how like it is important. I just know that it is important and core, and but I don't know how to explain it to myself or you. Help me, universe. Maybe in the next video I will have a clue. And I thought it was 1 hour and a half. I'm on 1 hour and a half long because I'm looking at the time upside down. It's only 1 hour and 3 minutes. Right. Maybe it's just not explainable. I don't know. I just think I'm a very beautiful person. Just watch me and I watch me and I am so intrigued. I don't know if other people watch me, they would feel the same because they can't see what I can see in me, because it's all inside of me. It has to take someone that is really maybe my soulmate, because they would be able to vibrate, resonate with me at a nonverbal level. They would be able to watch me and then know what's going on in me and then be able to appreciate it. Or maybe it's just a mysterious feeling. For me, it's very straightforward, because I see what's going on in me, everything, all the details, and I see me and look at me, and I'm profoundly intrigued. I'm very beautiful as a person. I never use the word beautiful to describe appearance, ever. It's enraging to use the word to describe the most shallow thing, the most profound word to describe the most shallow thing. Yeah, I'm sort of getting mad already just talking about it. Yeah, I'm funny. My appearance isn't intriguing just by watching a passerby's reaction. They don't look at me. They don't stare at me. They don't get intrigued by my appearance. Nor am I intrigued by my appearance. When I look into the mirror, I can't recognize who it is. That's not me. That's not how I'm supposed to look like either. I look at me, I can't see me in the mirror. Okay, I need to drink water. I've been talking. Maybe you should have finished the video now. I'm really tired of talking already. Thank you for listening. Hello. Thank you. Thank you. See you next time. Bye bye. Oh. No. Why did I do that? I just wanted to see how it felt like to do it, so I did it because I felt like doing it, but I didn't know if I should. But I just was curious what it was like to be to do that. Okay, see you. Bye. See you later, crocodile.